On June 10th, 2022, at 7:30 a.m., my mom got the below-the-knee leg amputation on her right. She was diagnosed for type 1 diabetes in her 20s and had symptoms like gastroparesis, low blood pressure, drop foot, kidney failure, and much more. Because of her drop foot, she had to wear her braces 24/7 so she could keep them straight to walk. But things just got worse and her foot kept turning and turning and turning almost to a 90-degree angle. She was bedbound for over a year when her foot was at its worst. Her diabetes makes her a very slow healer, so during the time she was bedbound, she developed a sore on the side of her foot, and it would go through cycles of healing, and then because it healed so slowly, it would just like open up again, and then it was all bloody, and then it'll heal some more, and it just kept repeating. And it was very hard to watch. And fortunately, my mom didn't feel any pain because of this. She can't feel anything from the top of her knee down. But it was definitely very frustrating seeing this sore on the side of her foot just never heal. And at one point, the skin around the foot was so damaged that it was just raw, and it was a very unpleasant time. We did everything in our power to try to fix this issue. We went to multiple doctor's appointments and we got her new braces. And the doctors found that 2 of the 3 veins in her foot were not working. So my mom was given 3 options. Option 1 was to just leave it how it was and just hope for the best and hope it doesn't lead to blood clots. Second option was to get a very specific ankle surgery that would fuse her ankle to her foot directly, and getting the surgery was super specialized, and there was only one surgeon in our state that would be able to even perform this surgery, and this fusion would not have been able to have her walk again. It was purely aesthetic. The third option was getting an amputation and being fitted for a prosthesis. In the beginning, amputation was the last resort, but my mom knew if she ever wanted to walk again, that this was the way to go. And I want to say that my mom is such a beautiful and incredible human being. She is so brave for going through something so challenging and just so different, especially at her age. Getting the amputation was just so incredibly painful and challenging, but my mom pulled through because she is just such an amazing person, and even though that all of this happened to her, she still remained positive and did the best she could through these really difficult, challenging times. Alright, so we have a Q&A with the lady herself. So, first question, was it a difficult decision for you to make?
Not at all.
No?
No, because it was much better to have it removed than to have it like it was.
Second question, has your quality of life changed since the surgery?
Oh, most definitely. I couldn't do anything when my foot was like it was, because it was turned sideways and then it was turned up and down, and I couldn't walk at all. I was in bed rest for over a year.
Yeah.
And so with this, I only go to bed whenever I don't have my prosthesis on. So my quality of life has definitely improved.
Do you have any regrets?
None whatsoever.
After the surgery, how much pain have you been in?
Well, at first, I was in a lot of pain. I had a bunch of phantom pain. And that's really weird when you feel like your ankle really hurts and you can't feel it because it's not there.
Yeah.
But you can feel it. It's just really bizarre. But I do have pain still, because whenever they take the liner out, all the nerves have been bunched into my liner. And when they take the liner out, everything is just exploding because I don't have that tightness.
Yeah, like every night when you take it off.
Every night, every time. And I was told it's because of my neuropathy.
Right, yeah.
And so I'm really happy that it's off, even though I do have some pain.
Do you think you'll ever be used to completely missing a leg?
I really don't know. I still look down sometimes and I can't believe that I don't have a leg.
Yeah. I'm sure it's very jarring, but you're like, oh yeah, I've had this for over a year now. Crazy.
When I first had my leg removed, I fell a lot of times because I forgot that it was gone. And so I'd try to stand up and I'd go whoosh and go down.
What do you think has been most difficult for you?
Well, when I first got it off, it was very, very emotional. And there was a lot of pain, especially when I could see the incision and it would bleed.
Yeah.
And I had my staples in. Oh, I got queasy. And then I had to put lotion on it. And so that was just so bizarre.
And then the nurse, like when he was changing out your bandage one time, like ripped out some of the staples or
Oh,
by
yes.
accident.
The nurse, he just goes, oh, this will be easy. Phew. There it went. Oh, there I screamed.
And he wasn't trying to take the staples out, he was just trying to change the bandage, right?
Yes.
Did they have to put in more incisions or like more stitches?
No,
Or...
they didn't put any more staples in.
Alright, last question. Do you ever feel like an outsider because there's something different about you?
Well, not really, because before I had my amputation, I was already in a wheelchair.
Right.
And so it's really not that different, except that I just love the way it looks.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of light purple and green, so it's kind of Barney colors, which I'm not happy about because I really wanted bright pink and lime green. The green is really good, but
The pink is the purple.
It's the purple. And so I've decided to name her Baby Bop, which is Barney's little sister.
Yeah.
But outsider, no. I'm more of an oddity because whenever I go places and I'm in my wheelchair, especially little kids, they just stare.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool if they want to, come up or anything.
Yeah, ask questions.
And before I had my surgery, there were kids that were Janelle's age, and they got to really understand what it's like to be handicapped. And so it was a real teaching lesson for them.
Right. Yeah. I remember like growing up as a little kid, I would sit in your lap. I took advantage of the fact that you were in a wheelchair and you were my free ride everywhere. My poor dad had to push us both. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions. You've been very insightful. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you could subscribe or like or comment anything, that would be very much appreciated. If you have any questions about being an amputee and all that stuff, I will relay those questions on to my mom. So I'll see you next time. Mwah!